Hi, my name is Karina Trinidad, and today I'm going to be talking about my passion. I have my audience here, my two brother-in-laws again. So, my passion is, sorry, the kids are crying. My passion is to become a nurse. It's a dream that I always had, something I've always wanted to do since I was a little girl. When I was younger, I lived in Connecticut, and I used to go to field trips to Yale University school, and that's where I actually wanted to become a nurse. However, I moved to Florida and things changed, so here I am at Kaiser. I really want to be a nurse based mainly on my personal experiences in life. One of the major experiences that I had was caring for my grandfather, and that is the reason why I moved to Florida. Once he was diagnosed with cancer, I moved to Florida to help take care of him and being in and out of the hospitals all the time, in the pharmacies, and filling prescriptions and just dealing with the doctors themselves and doing something that was making a difference in someone that I loved in their life. Actually helped me out a lot making the decision to go back to school to becoming a nurse. Also, I've had three major surgeries, so those experiences being in the hospital, sometimes the longest I was in the hospital was 2 months. I forgot how to walk. And going through physical therapy, meeting different doctors, seeing nurses all the time really motivated me to become something that makes differences in people's lives. So I wanted to give that in return. I wanted to do something that I knew was going to make a difference for someone else, emotionally, physically, whatever it may be. Helping people is just something that I find as a satisfaction for myself. And nursing, obviously, I'm going to be helping people day in, day out. Whether they're alone in the hospital or they have no family or they're scared or they're nervous, I'm going to be their comfort. Um, Another thing is that I want to be a role model to my kids, and I want to be a role model to my siblings. Becoming something that you're passionate about, not just doing a job, but actually having a career that you're willing to wake up every day with a smile on your face and knowing you're going to make a difference, is something that I always talk to them about. And I can't really talk to them about that if I don't do it. And it's going to start with me. So becoming a role model to them is also pushing me and motivating me to get what I want and achieve my goals. Also, a difference that I will make in someone's life, whether, just seeing them coming into the hospital and they're sick or they're pregnant, they're in labor, and then seeing the consequences or the actions afterwards, after they're done, after my 12-hour shift. Whether it's the baby that was just born and I was just throughout the whole shift and, with the mom during labor and actually seeing that miracle child being born, or actually seeing a kid that came in and broke his arm and was screaming and crying, and actually being there, able to comfort him and seeing him go home in a couple of days or that night after. I can't. It's something that just, I don't know. I'm passionate about that. Just to be able to see someone else feel better because of what I'm doing. It just it's just something that I want to do. Um, Also, another reason why I want to be a nurse is when I was in a hospital at one point, I felt alone. I felt by myself. I didn't really have much family with me at that time. And one time I remember I was extremely sick, throwing up, and I felt like the world was ending. And this nurse came in, and she wasn't even my nurse for the night. She was just a nurse passing by, and she saw me crying and throwing up over the bed, and I was falling off the bed, and she came in and she helped me. She's like, "Oh my God," starts rubbing my back, and it just made me feel better. Just her touch and just her being there and knowing that someone was there for me. It immediately made me feel better. I stopped throwing up. She wasn't my nurse, but she came in and she was passionate about her job. She was passionate and she cared for what she was doing, and she cared for me even though she didn't know who I was. So that right there just motivated me right off the bat to continue my education and do something that I want to do, and that was what I wanted to do at that time.